The Yule goat is a Scandinavian and Northern European Yule and Christmas symbol and tradition. The Yule's goat origin goes back to the ancient pagan festivals. This event clearly marks the sun's annual re-entry into the astrological sign of Capricornus, and a kid goat sacrifice was made in honor of the Norse god Njord, or Saturn, the god of agriculture and plenitude, who rules this particular sign. The corneous element in Capricorn's name refers to the cornucopia, or horn of plenty, with its promise of bountiful harvest to come. While its origins are unclear, a popular theory is that the celebration of the goat is connected to worship of the Norse god Thor, who rode the sky in a chariot drawn by two goats. Tangenirster, or teeth grinder in Old Norse, and teeth bearer, or Tangrisnir. And here is another story where the last sheaf of grain bundled during the harvest was thought to contain the spirit of the harvest and was saved for Yule celebrations. This was called, among other things, the Yule goat, and as many early European customs also include harvest gods that look like goats. Farmers often refer to their bundles as goats because of the resemblance. And now, in Sweden, people regarded the Yule goat as an invisible spirit that would appear sometime before Christmas to make sure that the Yule preparations were done right. Objects made out of straw, or roughly wood, could also be called the Yule goat. And in older Scandinavian society, a popular Christmas prank was to place this Yule goat in a neighbor's house without them noticing it. And then the family successfully pranked had to get rid of it in some way. Most often was just to take it to another neighbor or friend's house and place it in their house. Alright, so now we're going to go over to Iceland and talk about the Yule cat. The Yule cat is a monster of a cat that lurks about the snowy countryside during Christmas and eats children on Christmas Day who have not received any new clothes to wear before Christmas Eve. The Yule cat story comes from Iceland folklore as a pet of Kryla and her 13 troll sons, known as the Yule lads. There is one Norse tradition that's connected with the goddess Freya, was the Yule oath Boar. In Scandinavian mythology, Freya is the goddess of fertility, married love, and health. Her sacred animal was a golden boar, but it stands for golden bristles, which glowed with a golden light strong enough to drive away shadows and turn night into day. At Yule, the midwinter sacrifice of a boar was therefore seen as a symbolic of the death of the old sun and the rebirth of the new one on the solstice. The boar also represented fertility and the spirit of abundance and prosperity, and being sacrificed at the darkest time of the year was traditionally used for the swearing of sacred oaths to ensure the following harvest. On Yule Eve, once all the family had gathered, a boar would be led around the family members for each to lay their hands upon and pledge a solemn oath for the coming new year. After the oath ceremony, the boar was ritually sacrificed in the name of Freya, and its meat used in a celebration feast